Okay, good morning everyone. So for now, we are going to do the detail of the rocket. So first things, I want to start with the side rocket. Let's choose this one and isolate selection these guys, hide all the rest apart. Let's go to shady mode, it will be easier for us to see. So basically, first things I want to do is to make some detail right here. We can turn on the reference image, so let's turn on them again, choosing this one. And for the rest, select all the reference image using isolate selections. So let's go to double click and go to the block edit mode. So how can we do that? Like I want to make this something like this, the head part, body part, and also injector part, and probably also anyway some detail carving like this. So how can we do that? Very simple. Let's go to the front view. Okay, let's go to the front view. First things I want to cut off this one into two different portions. So let's using split because I don't want to delete any one of them. I just want to separate them. Just choosing the side bracket first and choosing the curve second, and now they will become two different parts. And also I want to choose all of them and type in cap, make them become so both of them become solid object. So let's move this one up just a little bit, okay? And next part, the things we are going to do is to create probably copy one more surface here. Let's select these guys and Control C, copy, Control V, copy. So now we have, oh sorry, we didn't have. Let's do that again. Let's hold on Auto key, copy one more. So now we have this surface. Let's scale one is down, alright? And then using gumbo for extrusion. So now we have the inner part. So it becomes a joint between these two segments. So for the rest of the part, we can try to use in the same way, but first things I want to join them together. So let's using Boolean union, join them together. And also I want to create a linear segment in the bottom area. So how can we do that? Very simple. First things before we do that, I want to separate the injector part. To just repeat what we did before. Let's go to the side view, choosing the curve, and move this one inside. Using split, choosing the rocket, enter, and choosing the curve, say enter. So now we have these two. Let's delete the curve and type in cap. Again, now we have the injector. Alright? So for the inject part, I hope this part can be longer. So I will make this one longer and probably a little bit wider than this part. And for the rest thing, it's just like what we did before. Select the face here, hold on your shift and auto key, select the face, and hold on your auto key, copy, make this one smaller. So we have to choose using shift key and combo, make this part smaller, and then extrude. So now we have. And next thing, join them together, Boolean union. Okay, so now they become one. So then the next things we are going to do is to create some carving. Let's say probably like carving crease on the boulder. So how can we do that? I want to using box. So let's draw a reference box here, and well, we can make this one longer, or we can just keep like that. But anyway, we have to extrude, make this part bigger in the y direction so that we can use this one for carving. And also, this one's supposed to be in the center of the boulder, of this edge. So let's use the move tool, select the midpoint, and move this one inside. Okay, so now we have. For the rest, let's just use choosing this line and using transform, rotate, and for copy we have to choosing yes. Let's go to the top view and choosing the center point and then start to rotate and copy. Once we finish, the next part, the thing we are going to use is the one which we know for quite a long time. It will be about the Boolean difference. So let's choosing this one, Boolean difference, choosing the surface, enter, choosing the cutting object, all this cube, press enter. So now we will have, right? So now we have all this cutting curve. So if you want to have more, well, just follow the same logic. For example, if you want to have, let's say, for example, you want to have inner, probably a horizontal carving. How can we do that? Let's go to the top view first and draw a curve, right, like this, right? And let's move this one down. Probably you want to cut right here. Right, it's a little bit too small, so we have to make this one bigger. Probably something like this. Alright, and then extrude. Now we have this surface. Let's make this one become a solid geometry. So let's use in opposite surface. You have to be go inside, so let's type in change the direction and type in probably 7. So now you have the intersection. Again, that's using Boolean difference. Choosing the body object, choosing the side object. So now we have. Okay. So I think it's pretty simple, nothing special. So for the next part, the things I'm going to do, I want to create the same thing, just like what we did before. I want to do the make some segment on the inject part, so that it will look like this kind of edge and border. So how can we do that? Very simple. First thing is I want to choose in the bottom face, hold on your shift and the auto key, and you can choose in the bottom face, and then let's type in extrude. Right? So now I'm going to extrude inner area of this injector. Shift and Control key again, and hold on your shift key, make this one smaller, and then extrude again. Hold on shift and auto key, control key, make this one and then shift key, make this inner part smaller. So now we will have the inner part. Okay. If you want to have more detail, let's just redo that. Okay. So that's something like that. So next things I'm going to do is to create the border right here. So how can we do that? Actually, it's very simple. Let's try to create some curving edge, curve right here using polyline. And move this one down for probably 30. Hold on your Alt key to copy and move this one down for negative 15.1 for this one as well. Alright, so now once you finish, let's using another new command which named intersected. For this one, it will not cut the object, but it will calculate the intersection part of two different objects. And actually, the curve for now, it doesn't have any intersection because this is a curve and this is a surface. If they have intersection part, it's supposed to be 2 points. But right now, we are in the front view. So it will calculate, it will assume this curve as a plane and to calculate the intersected part. So anyway, let's just choose in all of them, press enter. Okay, so as far as you can see, it doesn't work because it's still vertex. Sorry for that, that's my mistake. That's okay. Let's just choosing all these curve and extrude them as surface. And now let's using intersected. Choosing the curve, choosing the surface, and now to get the intersection curve. Alright. So next thing is let's choosing all of them and type in pipe. So it will make all these things become solid geometry. So for the next thing, I just want to directly join them together. Okay, let's just using Boolean union, join them together. And we don't need the curve anymore, you can just delete. Okay, so for the body part, I think it's pretty much finished. So if you want to add more detail, we can change the shape here. Let's using chamfer, alright, using chamfer. And I want to enlarge the distance between these two surfaces, but probably it doesn't work. So let's try using 2 by 2. Okay, obviously it doesn't seem to work right. Okay, oops, it doesn't looks good. So right now, as far as I can see, the things happen again. When we are working on the tank, it also has this kind of situations. So that's okay. Let's try to fix that manually. Let's draw a cross sections, cross line here in the center. Right? So now we have, and we have to manually cut off the intersected part. So let's choosing Control T, using trim, using sky, choosing the cutting object, which means the curve, press enter, and then to start to select the one which we don't want to leave, which means all these intersected parts. Probably you may wonder why sometimes this kind of thing will happen. That's because Basically, the reason why this happens is because this geometry is not a continuous surface. You can see this part, this is the seeker edge, and the seeker edge means that is independent surface. So when we are working on bevel or working on chamfer or fillet surface, well, it has to, if you want to make them become continuous one, it have to be a continuous surface. Otherwise, it will happen something like this. But we still can manually fix that. Alright, anyway, so for now, let's using this guy, the inner surface, to trim the outer part. So let's using trim again, choosing the surface, press enter. So now we have Ctrl J for join. For all the things here, that's pretty much the same. So I think it will happen again, but well, I think let's just ignore that part, alright? So for this part, I hope we can make a chamfer corner. So let's choosing fillet. That's radius 10. I think it's too much. Let's type in 5. Probably 10 will be okay. So let's use 10 again. Uncurly and make this one become 10 corner, and for this part as well. Alright, looks good. So again, we have to use in trim, choosing the surface as the knife, press enter, and then delete the rest of the part. Okay, so let's join them together. Alright. So next thing is I'm going to extrude some detail here. So Shift and hold on your Shift and Control key, select the bold face, and then Shift and Alt key, make them smaller. Sorry for that. Okay, that's okay, but extrude to the inner area. Alright, anyway, let's just extrude the surface here. Alright. And then I want that this guy can be located more or less in the center of the plane. So let's go to the side view, move this one down. And for the other side, let's just delete because I think we can just mirror that. So the next things we're going to do is to using this guy to cut this guy. So let's go to using Boolean unit difference, choosing the face here and choosing the one which we're using for cut. So now we have. For the other side, I will go to the top view. Alright, let's go to the top view. First thing is let's cut off this wing into half. So that's using Ctrl T for trim. Using this curve as knife, press enter and delete another side. For this part, let's just using mirror to another side. It will be easier. And then join them together. Okay. So final thing I want to do is to create some nails on the border. So first things we can try to create the nails on the border of the side rocket and also some nail right here. Let's start with the wing first, okay? So let's using just simple sphere, I think it will be fine. So let's draw a sphere here. Alright. And then copy one more, copy two more, copy one more here and here. Okay. And how about the other side? For the other side, I think it will be fine because the sphere is located in the center, so it will go out of both sides of the wing. So right now I think it's okay. And for the rocket, I also want to put some nails here. So let's copy this guy, and to the top view. Probably I'd like to put them here in this nut. Okay. Let's take a look the position of the, okay, it's not in the right position, but I will put them here. So probably it looks okay. And also this side. Alright, so that's just choosing both of them, Ctrl G for group. And next part, let's do that again. Let's using dimension, rotate and copy. Choosing the object we want to copy, press enter, and then choosing the center point. For this time, we are going to using this one as the center. So let's using this way to do that. Let's copy 3 and then select all of them, make them become another group. Let's using rotate again, rotate for copy. Okay, so now we have. So do we need to make them be using Boolean union to join them. Well, right now I think we don't need to do that because we can just click like this and make them just like independent object. So let's click OK, and now switch to the turn on all the processing and go to the render mode. Okay, so it looks fairly okay, I would say, much more detailed than before. Alright, so for the next things, let's start to deal with the injector here. And also, I think because when we are working on this model, we have draw a lot of reference curve. Let's just delete them, right? And also, if you want, you can turn off the ISO curve so it will not block your visions. So this part as well, let's delete. Click OK. Alright, so next part, let's deal with the bottom side. These two things. Let's go to shading mode and select the reference image and also the object you want to show and ISO less than. Okay, so for this part, I'd like to redo that again. So I want to make this injector as a block. So let's type in block. And I will call this one injector. Alright, so let's copy this one. Type in negative 25, negative 25. Alright, so now the only thing I have to do is to add a one thing and all the rest that will change. So very simple, just like what we did before. Let's hold on Shift and Control key and make this one smaller. Hold on Shift and Auto key. Copy one more. And for this time, oh, sorry for that. Let's delete. Let's do that again. Select this face and hold on the Shift key. Sorry. Using extrusion for extrude. So let's select the little blue dot, extrude. And for the face here, let's choose that again. Hold on Shift and Control key. We have to make this one smaller, right? Otherwise, it will look pretty weird. And we can extrude one more time, choosing the face here. Sorry, I think the shape is not right. Let's do it again. Hold on Shift key, make this part smaller, and then extrude one more time. Shift the Control key, select the face again, and make this part smaller. Hold on Shift key, make this one smaller. Alright, so pretty much finished. So for the border part, I hope that we can probably try to make a few less, like a border right here. So let's type in maybe just one. Let's try. I'm not so sure it can work. Okay, it worked. Perfect. So now we have the surface here and also the border here. So for the rest of the part, the things I'm going to do is to create some carving edge right here. Just like what we did before, let's go to the front view, shading mode, and probably using polyline draw one curve and move this one down. Negative 15, 15, 15. So now we have three curves. Make them longer and extrude the surface. So the next thing is just like what we did before, let's using intersect. Choosing the object and press enter. So now we can get the curve. And we can delete the surface now because we don't need that anymore. Let's type in pipe, and I think one is okay. And for this time, you can try to using Boolean difference, choosing the inner object and choosing all the rest pipe and cut off them. So now it will become engraving like object. For this part, I think we can also extrude one more time, so it will look better than before. Sorry. Shift and Control key, select the subface, Shift key, make this one smaller, and let's move them go inside. Click OK. So now we have, this is our geometry, and this is our injector. For this part, let's just try to do the same thing. Shift and Control key, select the subface, and hold on your Shift key. Make this part. Shift and Control key, select this part, and extrude one time. Select the upper face. Shift and Control key, select the upper face, Shift key and make them smaller. Alright, something like this. Alright, and for the border, up to you. If you want, you can make this part become probably uh, a round corner or something. But right now, the things I want to do is to create some edge border on this rocket. So let's go to the curve and curve from object. I want to duplicate the edge here. Let's press enter. So now we have this one. And just choosing this edge and extrude. Alright, so now we have. As using offset surface, extrude the surface geometry here. So the distance doesn't matter because I'm going to join them together. Choose both of them and using Boolean union. So now we have. The next things we are going to do again is to create this kind of border geometry, the pattern geometry, like the shell, the edge of the armor, something like that. So just using the old trick, let's using cube and draw a simple cube. Make this one has the same height, just like these sections, and also make them longer. Alright, make them longer. So the next thing is let's go to the top view and find out the center point of these segments. Start to do the rotation and copy. So let's use in transform, rotate, and make sure the copy is yes. Find out the center point. Sorry for that, because we have to move this one into the center part. So let's use in move tool and find out the midpoint. Make sure it was in the right location. So everything looks okay. So now next things, let's use in transform, rotate, choosing the object you want to rotate and choosing the center point and reference point. Start to do the copy stuff. And for sure, if you want, you can try to using, for example, to find the 45-degree point. It's in the middle. It will automatically snap that for you. So I think right now it's okay. So let's using Boolean difference. Choosing the object actually I think it doesn't have to cut through the entire object. We can make this one shorter. So let's select all of them. Probably these only things can be shorter. So let's select them, make them shorter, something like this. So let's try. It's using Boolean difference. Choosing the object we want to cut, press enter. Choosing the one we are going to using for cutting, enter. So now we have. Okay, it looks okay. So next thing, if you want, you can try to keep editing this part and probably just choosing Shift and Control key, select the face here, and hold on your Auto and Shift key, enlarge this part, so it will create one more segment. And let's extrude one more time. So now we will have the segment right here. So that's using Boolean union, join them together. So right now we have this one. Let's turn on all of them and take a look. Well, it looks, I would say, fairly okay. Let's go to random mode, much more detail, and you can see now we have this joint and it perfectly fit with our side rocket. So the next things we are going to do is just about this part and that part. Alright, but for that part I want to leave in the next tutorial. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.